Hello everyone, my name is Armia and today we are continuing the Hunter to Parenting chapters. We have arrived at chapter 3.1. So I took a look and between chapter 3 and 4, I think there's like 8 different audio logs. And I have seen a few of them before because these are the audio logs that that actually got me into Hunter the Parenting originally. However, I have not seen today's. I have not seen 3.1. So I'm actually really curious to see where this is gonna go. It's called Big D's Guide to Avoiding Arrest. So it's pretty likely that we're going to be getting some, maybe an interrogation, maybe like, I don't know, maybe he runs away from the cops. Actually, that would be kind of fun, like a chase scene in an audio log. That would be interesting for sure. But that would also have a lot of implications on the narrative, I'm sure. But sorry, I'll stop speculating and instead we'll get into it. So, sight shave, baby. All right, let's do this. Let's take a look. Big D's Guide to Avoiding...
Now, in case you weren't paying attention, listen close. This is how it all happened. The newly fed Diablos, known to you as Piotr, broke out of our cellar and
Is he talking to us or to another character?
Due to drinking 2 of his fellow vampires, he had gained immensely more potent vitae and had gone from a 12th generation rube to a humongous, thick, sickoid monster of the 10th generation. So stupendous he became, he managed to break through the cellar door we spent half of Marcus's weight in gold on. The one that could take a force of 2,475 minas. Which would be about 825 from that kilograms measurement, and...
Very quickly, this is funny, but, what's the minas? I'm gonna assume, I don't know this for sure, but I'm gonna assume a minas is like an old way of doing weight, like how a stone is like a deprecated way of doing weight. You know, the theory of D being really old does seem to hold some water. Either that, or he has, like, had a very eclectic education, which is very possible.
Definitely not 18,000 in your American caveman measurement store. Please remember my presence. Well, anyway.
I love how energetic he
Next thing we know, he's somewhere in the house, invisible. And Marcus decides to jump out the window, which has him sprained both his legs, and then they're also shot with a gun, unrelated. Our plan was to head for the carport roof, but then I was dragged out the very same window Marcus had opened, and I landed on the stony barrow by the house. I was so exhausted by that, I decided to go to sleep.
Okay.
When I came to, I saw Marcus had not dragged me down the road following our secret safe passage. In turn, my son-in-law then expertly tries to lure the vampire out onto our front lawn. But he does not fall for it, and that lands Marcus in especially hot water. Fortunately, that disgusting fucking dough-brain did not use his full strength to kill my son. I think he wasn't trying to kill any one of us, in truth. So he could line us up in a sick, vampiric, all-you-can-eat buffet.
Maybe. He definitely has a lot of... Like, Piotr was very sadistic, right? And somebody pointed out in the comments last episode, which I thought was really interesting, that Piotr used to do, like, underwater welding, and then he became kind of an ambush predator and a bit of a coward in a lot of ways. And it kind of shows how much vampirism can change a person. You know, how much of a difference the vitae makes. I'm not sure about the buffet thing, but it is possible. I think personally, I could see him embracing someone like Kitten, because he liked Kitten from what I could tell. And honestly, well, him being a Nosferatu, you can also see that as a punishment. So who knows? Maybe he was trying to embrace everyone.
Worse still, I suspect he may have followed a foolhardy urge to embrace us all and bury us in a mass grave.
Maybe.
We may have all been damned this day, had it not been for what happened next. My son Dor's ingenuity struck him in more ways than one, as our front yard had been converted with custom, sensitive, anti-freak mines for a situation much like this one.
I like to think they're not custom-sensitive anti-freak mines, they're just mines.
And with a well-placed shot by my beautiful,
yeah, boy, absolutely sniping.
Amazing and fantastic prodigy of a grandson, the Nosferatu known as Piotr was swiftly knocked into torpor.
So, this is interesting, because normally Dee is very careful about vampire words. So he wouldn't use Nosferatu. So, he's not talking to Kitten, for example, because I don't think Nosferatu was mentioned to Kitten. Or like, definitely not Marcus, or someone else in the family. So, he could either just be talking to us, like the audience, or he's talking to a character that is in the know, which would either be Kevin, or I guess someone who we haven't met yet. Right? Because Kevin would know Nosferatu. Yeah, so it's either Kevin or the audience or someone new, I think.
Not long after, day came to us, and Piotr's sentence was ultimately rendered by sunlight.
On point.
Later today, I'm going to gather the leftovers of his conflagration. I'm planning on compressing it into a diamond to show that even the ugly of us can be made magnificent.
I love it.
Perhaps I'll attach it to a ring and give Marcus a spectacular wedding band. But, yeah, before that we were arrested, and I don't talk to cops.
Okay, so now we get into the cops part of it. So I guess it's not a chase. We get to just do an interrogation.
All right.
Hello.
Good day, sir. My name is Detective Sergeant Guy Chapman. I'll be interviewing you today. Are you, feeling comfortable?
Voice.
Your jaw situation any better?
Yes! Yes, a bit.
You know, how about I make us some coffee? I'll be right back.
You do that, detective. You best do that.
Oh my god.
If there's
He don't stab the man.
As hunters, it's that the vampire is everywhere. Society is led blindly by the deeply ingrained wiles of these creatures, and especially that of their most guileful sect, the Camarilla. They infiltrate every facet of human life. Industry, government, all forms of organization, our very infrastructure, even family. You can never be sure where their ears might be, and so you must always be primed to plug them.
Are we gonna get into ghouls? Because that would be cool. I think ghouls are one of the more interesting parts of vampire society in World of Darkness, for sure. And definitely, ghouls are a huge part of this infiltration kind of network. Also, I like the fact that we get to see the Camarilla's symbol, like this ankh. I actually don't know where that comes from. I assume it has to do with maybe the city of Enoch, because Enoch is in Mesopotamia, and that is kind of close to... question mark? Like, I don't know. If somebody knows where the symbol comes from, please let me know.
Let me set the scene. I sit inside the Norfolk Constabulary in the township of Wales next the sea. I am just about to be interviewed. My goals are to see if the police here have been compromised by the Camarilla, to not give anything away that could be seen by them as a masquerade breach, and, of course, not be arrested.
Tracks.
This will be harder than you might expect, because I'm going in with a handicap.
Handicap?
Right. Here you go. Kevin, was it?
You can call me the great and mighty Kevin if you'd like. All my friends do.
Did he steal Kevin's ID?
Oh, man.
Oh, and thank you. I do love my caffeine.
Wow.
So do I. Let me
Great
drink
and mighty
some.
Kevin, that sounds fantastic. Where'd you get that title?
Oh, it's a long story. From my accounting days, kind of stuck as an in-joke, and it makes me feel pretty great and mighty in the day-to-day. You don't have to use it. It was just a funny little joke.
Well, I always respect titles, ye great and mighty one. You better believe I'll be using it.
Well, thank you, Detective Sergeant.
Oh, man, we're going to have a time of it today, I'm sure. But, I must inform you that we're recording this. Camera's up in the corner there. There's also these microphones picking up our voices. So, if you want to speak to us, I'd ask you speak loudly and clearly, so the microphones can pick you up the best they can. All right?
That should not be an issue.
Fun gag. For fun. But also, Chapman so far. Like, it was Detective Chapman, right? Guy Chapman. Okay. Took me a second to find it, but yes, it is Detective Sergeant Guy Chapman. Okay. Chapman's kind of already falling into the into the detective role right away, right? So he does a bit of vibing through this first section, and then instantly goes, okay, I need to tell you we're recording this, blah, blah, blah. Like, very typical cop stuff.
Yes, they can. All right?
That should not be an issue.
Very good, very good. Thank you.
I already knew the camera and the microphone were not working. In preparation for the inevitability of an arrest, I make it a habit of sneaking into the local constabularies round Warham, and I sabotage their equipment. The constabulary is incredibly small, with only a scant few officers working there at any given time, and their interrogation cells are as virgin as their wit. Breaking into a small police station is about the easiest thing you can do.
Is it?
Most often on the lookout for break-ins. They never expect their own quarters broken into.
Oh.
Hubris of the watchmen to think themselves unwatched. They always fall for the Officer Ernesto trick.
What?
So, it's just the two of us otherwise. Right
Sir
now,
Ernesto.
it's 14:34 p.m. If you look at the watch, could you confirm?
Oh yeah, 1434. It is indeed the number on your timepiece.
All right, yep, very good. So, today is the 1st of December 2006 at Norfolk Constabulary in Wells next to the sea. Can you agree with all
What
that?
is late?
Oh yes,
2006?
happily confirmed. I love Wales next to the sea. I might go ride the miniature steam train later while I'm here. It happens to be open this time of year.
Oh, that right?
A big adventure on the world's smallest public railway. How could I pass it up?
Oh yeah,
You know-
true. Rode on it with the kids last summer.
You know, I actually have a funny story about this. There's a local place near here that has a miniature steam train as well. Like an actual miniature steam train that you can ride. Through like a local... I wouldn't really call it a park. It's like sort of an amusement park place. Yeah, I don't really know what to describe it as. But it has like a miniature train that you can like go on. Complete with steam locomotive and everything. It's pretty neat. It's pretty neat. I don't know if it still rides. I need to check, honestly.
I adored it. It passes through some drop-dead gorgeous vistas. You really get to see Norfolk from another angle, you know?
Oh, for sure. Did you know there's a ghost platform along the track? Extremely frightening.
Oh, the abandoned one. Yeah. There's also that Iron Fork camp. That one's in Warham, right? Actually, that camp's pretty close to...
Ah,
Oh,
I see what you're doing, Chapman. That's clever.
yes, the camp is quite close to my dear friend's home. We don't go there much. It's quite the dreary spot. Smells of death. The Iron Age fort, that is.
Death?
A corpse was found there a few years ago. Some poor sod who had been missing since the 90s. Looked like he'd been lying there for a while and no one picked up on it.
Right.
Goodness. Was it any one of you who found it?
No, it was my friend's neighbor, Caracos. He found it while he was doing his daily routine of digging ditches into places that do not need ditches.
That's... Very interesting.
It is, actually. I wonder what's going on with Crackers. In chapter 1 he was mentioned as well. I think it was Boy that was talking about, like, Crackers yelling from the ditch. So, Crackers are just always digging for stuff. What's he digging for? Treasure? Maybe a treasure hunter. Could be. I mean, Britain does, in theory, have treasure.
But perhaps we should get on with the actual interview. What do you say?
Oh, sorry. Absolutely. I wouldn't want to waste any more of your time than necessary.
No. It's all right. You're all right, Kevin. That's totally fine.
You'd like
I'll just need to go through some more formalities with you before we can begin.
A formal lad. I love it.
Oh, not for long. It's pub time after this.
I love drinking.
Chapman is once again being very smart here, in my opinion, because I assume he's about to read out, like, the British version of Miranda rights, which is like, anything you can say will be used against you, blah, blah, blah. But first, he makes, like, a little joke to set the person he's interrogating at ease. That's really cool and very clever.
An activity I do. I don't know if you know this, but the police in these lands are quite unlike what you see in the mainstream stories of the modern age. They seek to build a different rapport, following the peace method of interrogation.
Makes sense.
With this, they primarily wish to disarm their suspect by making them as agreeable and comfortable as they can be, as those embraced in comfort after a stressful situation are far more likely to tell the truth.
Yeah, exactly what I was trying to get at, right? So he makes a joke to kind of calm you down and then gets to the business of it.
Knowing this, I intentionally sink into a casual and comfortable role, exactly where the officer wants me, so they would be more likely to believe I'm being honest. This is an advanced deception technique I invented, a technique I refer to as lie.
Actually, wait. There's a fun line there, because if we go back, I'm sure he didn't actually invent lying. But if we take that literally, an advanced deception technique I invented. Cain is the first murderer. What if D is the first liar? Oh. Although, that would imply... I think Adam was the first liar, right? Because Adam lied to God. Or was it Eve that lied to God first? I don't actually know. Yeah, that wouldn't really work then, I don't think. Because I don't think he's Adam. I would be very surprised if he's Adam. He's not like a... As far as I can tell, he's not like a godlike being. So...
A technique I refer to as lie.
Fun to interrogate about that, though.
You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defense if you do not mention when questioned something which you later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence.
You know, I don't know why they're called Miranda.
Clear as crystal.
Could you put it in your own words?
But I shouldn't say anything weird.
Well, you've already failed that part.
Oh my god.
At that moment, I feared my cover was blown. I'd have to fight my way out. I prepared my hidden poison blade.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
What a relief.
Alright, so that's your right to silence. Just needed to have that put out. So, could I ask for your full name for the purpose of the interview?
My name is Kevin Wetsworth.
Do you have a middle name?
Malcolm.
Like Malcolm in the Middle?
What's that?
Yes, everyone makes that joke, I can assure you. I'm not as wild and wacky as Malcolm in the Middle, and I am instead a normal man.
Who's Malcolm in the Middle?
I'm sorry, I don't mean to
Another
slap at dead
series.
horse. My name's Guy, so, well, I understand it when people are jokers about your name.
Oh, that's completely understandable, my guy.
Oi, now. You sure you aren't as wild and wacky as you are on TV?
semi-related to this, my name being Armia, sometimes people will come into my Twitch chat and misspell my name, which is always very interesting. Because they'll come at me like, hello, Armenia. It's just like, excuse me, what? The most common one is probably Arma, which, fair enough. Armina, sometimes. Armina. What else was there? Oh, somebody did like Aya. Just AIA, which I was like, I don't even know what that is. So yeah, like, apparently Armia is a difficult name.
Maybe a tad, maybe just a little.
All right, well.
Television.
Could I get your birthday as well, Malcolm? Oh, sorry. Kevin?
Oh, that's all right. The worms will get us all one day. 1st, 1979. My birthday.
Halloween.
Oh, that's pretty fun. That's
Halloween.
All Hallows Eve.
Yes, it's also National Magic Day.
Very soon.
The day Houdini died.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
I didn't know Houdini died on
A few
Halloween.
more questions. First off, what's your address? You can go through it all.
The officer went through a few more questions, nothing noteworthy, until eventually the actual interview began.
I wonder if he's talking to Kevin or to us. Or like a
What
different...
happened this morning in your reckoning?
I know, obviously, I'm sure Chapman's not a hunter, but him using the word reckoning is kind of funny, considering Hunter the Reckoning. And like, your reckoning, you know what I mean?
Oh, do you want me to go through the entire morning?
Anything you think might be relevant.
All right. So I've been up all night. Haven't caught any sleep yet.
Right.
You might call me something of a night owl. Yes. I was meeting up with some old friends. We haven't met in a good while. Years and years as I've been out traveling. So I was driven to the house a few days prior. We had a good time, and then... Well...
It's all right. Take your time.
This is where it all begins. There are already several missing persons reports in and around the area of the tunnel entrance.
Right, makes sense.
Since that is where I first found them, and since Sabbat members are usually reported as missing people themselves, I wanted to use this to my advantage. However, I already know the tunnels are a particular target of Camarilla interest, and also that the Anarchs have declared the area under their domain.
I wonder why the tunnels are interesting to the Camarilla. Is it just because the Sabbat are in there, or was there something else? Was this in chapter 2? It was mentioned, I think, that the Anarchs were driven out of the tunnels, right? I think A-Boy mentioned that. Yeah.
Assuming the police are compromised, any mention of the tunnels will lead to suspicion. But I might be able to use it to throw off the scent. So, it was early in the morning a few days ago. We took a fun little nightly road trip to an area just between Walsingham, Binham, and Hindringham, right along Wells Road.
This is
We went
true
there
as far as I
because-
remember.
Well, I'm kind of big into cold cases, and I know there's been some missing persons reports in that particular area, so we just kind of went there. I know it's irresponsible.
So,
You know, Dee does something kind of clever here, I think, and that's he starts with a truth, and I'm going to assume he'll end up lying later, because obviously he's not going to talk about, oh yeah, and then we found like a bunch of vampires in tunnels.
But it was just such an enticing prospect.
all right. I absolutely understand. You're just out for some excitement. You're not the only ones, let me tell you.
Well, I'll be honest, it does get worse. I kind of...
Where is he going to go from here?
Yes?
Well... I try to entice the officer into presenting me with a leading question. If he is a Camarilla agent, he will know about the tunnel situation to some degree.
Okay.
What degree, I'm not sure. But he will want to take any possible masquerade breach into account. If he takes the bait, I will be made more certain.
Take your time. I can understand if it's hard to talk about.
Kind of just both trying to bait each other out here.
Take your time.
Oh my god.
Look, I'm not sure how you're feeling. If you feel self-conscious about it, that's fine. We all make mistakes.
Is he biting? Yes. It was well, yeah, quite the gaffe on our part, I'd say.
Not saying anything
Just a
specific.
little more.
It was all related to the missing persons report, I take it.
Almost. I think so.
You think so? Did you find anyone, or...
Found anyone? What does he mean? Does he imply that he thinks the missing people might just be lost? Or is he implying we might have found someone else there? He thinks the former. I might be safe. If not... how will he respond? Well, yes, we did.
Okay.
And that was the same people who you invited home a few days ago.
Whoa, what the fuck? What kind of question is that? That we invited home?
He got invited.
That is far too specific to be a coincidence. And that's when I realized my sons, my son-in-law, my grandson, they were all interviewed before me.
Right.
Which of course was the intention, but they were fucking up on their testimonies. Cannot believe it. After everything I've taught them, invited home? Why would he say that? Who said that? Ah! Wait. Of course. Son-in-law. It must have been my son-in-law who said that. His anti-cop training was never concluded. He never got past the Grand Theft Police Car seminar. Of course. He wanted to present this as having been a good-natured affair on our part. The fool. I must be incredibly careful. But I need to harmonize these different testimonies.
It's actually very interesting how harsh he is towards Kitten here, considering, you know, most of the time he's very nice to Kitten, from what we've seen so far. A little bit crazy, perhaps, but generally pretty nice. But here, he's actually, like, very berating. He's very almost aggressive towards Kitten. Obviously, Kitten can't hear it, but, you know.
Yes, we took pity on them.
Pity, you say?
Of course. I'm sorry, the missing people. Shall I say, I recognized some of them. Or at least one of them. From the missing persons posters.
Okay.
Noted. Just a moment before we continue.
I braced myself for combat, for the SWAT teams to come pouring in, for fists and bullets to fly. But instead, I was faced with a more powerful and evil
Subtitle?
foe.
Here.
Oh.
Paperwork.
This...
I like the idea of SWAT teams in this sleepy little constabulary in the middle of nowhere. It's like there's an entire SWAT team just at the ready, just pouring in.
is an index of many missing persons in the local area. Could you flip through? Tell us if you recognize any of these people.
My suspicions, bright and aroused like an ornery male peacock. I flipped through the names. Most were passingly familiar to me. Ready Hunter with their salt as preparation as even more important than firepower. However, these ones I'd expect were just victims of the Sabbat. No faces I recalled seeing elsewhere.
That is generally how
I struggled
camera
with myself. Should I mention a
cover
name
that
at
kind of
random?
thing up.
No. Foolish. It could be a trap to invalidate my testimony. To boot, I didn't recognize all of them. Were some of the others vampires?
Maybe.
I struggled and struggled. Till by pure chance,
You found someone?
I came across a familiarly unfamiliar face. Piotr.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. He looks very different.
Take a gander. Oh. Actually, it's Peter. Peter Piotrowski.
His face was warped, handsome beyond
Okay.
recognition. Poor fellow. No wonder he was such a prick.
Was he there that night?
Yes. Though he had a bandana on for the most part.
Honestly, it makes me think, so he was embraced by Nosferatu. So but Nosferatu while diving, as far as we know, right? That's a bad way to go, I feel like. Oof. Honestly, I can imagine that was quite traumatic for him. I imagine also that's why Piotr actually said what he said at the end, like, I don't want to die. I kind of imagine that's the same thing he said when he was being embraced. Wouldn't surprise me.
I recognized the hair, the eyes, the name. Yes. Yes, he was there that night. And with no body to disprove my story, that should be alibi enough for any Camarilla constabularies.
Interesting.
Uh-oh.
So you found this man, Peter Piotrowski, and a few others that you do not recognize. Would that be accurate?
Yes. They had formed into a group and approached us in the thicket. They said they just managed to escape some strange captors, begged us for help. They didn't go into much detail, but how could we refuse? Little did we know. They weren't quite what they seemed.
It's an interesting story, and actually not entirely impossible, because, I mean, blood-bag duty absolutely exists. And while the Camarilla and Anarchs definitely don't feel bad about killing Sabat, sometimes capturing them would actually be useful. So, yeah, pretty plausible. Pretty clever as well. I like it.
Sounds pretty incredible.
You're telling me. Did he buy it? Had I already contradicted the family story?
Perhaps.
And how many were they?
4.
Right. Okay, so just to get this straight, you found 4 people lost in the woods. You thought you recognized them, or at least one of them, from missing persons reports, and you brought them back to your place. Is that all correct so far?
An
Sounds correct.
accurate report, Detective Sergeant. Perhaps you should consider a career in court stenography.
Maybe when my legs give in, I'll consider it.
I'll smash them in with a pipe wrench if you continue to nail me like this.
Clonk.
Fuck. What other testimonies had the family given?
Alright, so...
If you think about it, Kitten would have been very kind and like following along. So if they invited them home, what would Kitten have said? Honestly, surely they got their story straight.
have a think
Before.
about this, because I
Although,
have a couple
maybe
of
they didn't really have a
questions.
chance to.
Damnation! Son-in-law's report was in all likelihood the most divergent one. The rest, without doubt, told him that bringing them back was an involuntary affair. He is too nice. Me agreeing with his testimony like this, it isn't going to be enough. Perhaps I'm going too wild with the story. The lack of collaboration could undo me here. It's 3 against 2. There is a clear divergence that cannot be reconciled.
Yeah, so this is interesting for sure. I do wonder how Dee will bring this together, because indeed, if Doorboy and Marcus all said, like, oh, it's involuntary, they forced us or whatever, then how... See, I want to think about this for a second and see if I can guess it. Okay, one idea that could work, maybe, is if D suggests that there's two groups, basically. So we have the Sabat group that are the people being invited, and then we have well, three groups technically. Then we have D's group, which would be D and Kitten, and then we have Marcus, Door, and Boy. And maybe Marcus, Door, and Boy were quote unquote forced, while he was like fighting them in? I don't know. Maybe.
Yes.
Alright, so first off, what happened on the way back to the house?
Oh. Wait. There is an
The
out
Golden
here.
Goose probably ran into about 50
Marcus.
different things.
Marcus, I put my faith in you, son. Into your hands I commit my
Considering
spirit.
the end of chapter
I
1.
didn't interact with them much, but I know they were a bit weird towards two of us from the beginning. The father, Dor, and his son, if you know them.
Yep, sure.
I didn't catch on to it very early, but I think those thugs might have been threatening them from the onset. He, Dor, was the one driving, you see. The rest of us didn't really think about it, or as far as I know, at least. Then drive,
Is he-
it was the
Oh,
races,
yeah.
off the road, into the bushes and everything.
He's doing
It
the
was
suggestion
crazy.
I was doing, but like in a
This,
much
we
cleverer
can
way.
harmonize the
Okay.
accounts. As long as Marcus did this correctly.
Admittedly, I don't see another way to do this.
Alright. So, what happened when you got home?
You know what? If you guys see another way that harmonizing those accounts would have worked, let me know, because like I'm actually really curious about that. And like see if like you guys see like alternative paths. Because I don't see any currently, but maybe.
Yes! He bought it! Marcus, beautiful boy! He knows his brother, he knows his nephew, and of course he knows his fiancée! Marcus has reconciled this very testimony in much the same way as his father! I'm not the only one in this! We will harmonize these accounts together! Sorry, when we...
There's an interesting thing here as well. Here he is praising Marcus in his own head, like, which is kind of what Marcus wants from what I can tell, right? Marcus seems like he wants approval very badly. So like, which is part of why like he does like crazy stuff, I think. It makes me think maybe how do I put this? It makes me think like D has a tendency to praise Marcus's in his head, but not actually voice those, voice that praise, which is a common failing of people, a failure to communicate, basically.
got home,
Yes.
that's when it all went to hell, of course. This is the harder part. There are many specifics in this part of the story. I realized I was traipsing into a minefield, much like the one on our front lawn. I needed to be specific, but not specific enough to contradict the others' testimonies. Marcus might be brash, but the lad is a genius. No doubt he'd gone for an approach not dissimilar to my own. Dor, on the other hand, he's precise, calculating, but with the creativity of a sea cucumber. If anyone gave exact information, it would be him. My darling son-in-law has no doubt continued to be his typical friendly and accommodating self, for better or worse. And boy, I love my grandson.
Aww,
I'm sorry?
that's cute.
Humana, Brian Cranston.
Oh, yes, Malcolm in the middle. Sorry,
Oh, okay.
let's stay on topic, though.
Not a reference I understood.
Invited the missing people into your house. Then what happened?
My presumptions arrayed, I focused on one thing. If this officer was with the Camarilla, he would already know the survivors were vampires. If that were the case, he'd be looking for the slightest hint that we were aware of that, which would essentially mark us for death. Sorry, things went very fast. At first we were socializing. They had come in from the cold. I was worried sick about them. It seemed like they had the most incredible story. And eventually that story proved too good to be true. They had guns. They began threatening us.
What kind of guns?
I'm not much of a hunter. I couldn't say the exact kind. A clear lie, by the way. I am actually the best hunter, probably in the world. Anyway.
Honestly, it would be kind of funny if he didn't actually know any of the guns.
I believe it was a shotgun. It could have been a rifle. I also think I saw some pistols.
I see. And was there
Pump-action
anything
rifles
else?
do exist.
By God, yes. They held us at gunpoint, handed us mines, explosives, and forced us to plant them in our front lawn. To me, bringing the minefield into things was a no-brainer. If anyone mentioned anything, it'd be that. I just had to bring the narrative around in a way that deflected blame.
And where were these explosives found?
Yeah, wondering where he goes with
property?
this.
The property? What do you mean?
Well, look, I need you to be honest. You know? I need the clearest account possible. And I need to know, where were the explosives from? Were they owned by your friends?
No! No! Good heavens, no! How could you even say that?
Kevin, listen.
Chapman is very good at, like, building it up and then shooting his shot. Like, he's a really good interrogator.
Family. My good friends, who are like family, that is, and I get fucking held at gunpoint, punched, kicked, and forced into traumatizing labor, including my friend's very small son, who I call my grandson even though I'm 27 years old. You ask if the mines were ours?
My apologies, Kevin.
Wait, Kevin is
understand
only
your
27.
Experience was traumatic.
You're right. I'm feeling loads of trauma. I'm a goddamn traumaniac, but not as manic as those fuckers.
Sorry?
The fuckers.
Fuckers.
Hell's fuckers.
What?
Have you heard of them?
No.
Oh, of course.
This was the beginning of my counterattack. As you're no doubt aware, our dearest Bruja Antitribu Shitbeard was a member of the Fuckers from Hell, also known as the Tails Fuckers.
Okay, so I was not aware of this. And that makes me think he is actually talking to a character. So he's either talking to Kevin because of the Nosferatu thing, or another character we haven't met yet. In which case, new character, yay.
And that's all that matters. That county-spanning biker brigade is a known Sabbat affiliate. They have a penchant for embracing bikers, truckers, and other hard men of the road. They also are known for their violent encounters with Anarch, Camarilla, and law enforcement alike.
Okay. Let us
Were they
track with
involved in the
Bruja.
incident?
Styles.
Right, so one of them made mention of that. They said to me, "Listen up, you goddamn swamp shrew! Dig the ditch, and if you're lucky, hell's fuckers won't put you in it!"
In that same accent?
That's right, an American accent. Brrrs and all.
It makes you wonder
Spat on the ground
where
like some kind of
the beard
chimpanzee.
guy.
And you say the
Was he actually
mines
American?
were yours, but theirs?
Yes, of course, of course! I refuse to believe even Dor would have admitted to us owning the mines. Not even son-in-law is that accommodating. Not even Boy is that naive. I am doubling down
Yeah,
on
I'd be
this.
surprised if anybody accepted that one.
So, just to clear this up, this is all just some coincidence. The missing persons you brought home were affiliated with the Hell's Fuckers gang, and they happened to ride home with a former EOD specialist, bringing their own mines.
Damn you! Prepare to die! I wanted to scream that as loud as I could when he said that. The story was beginning to crumble. Door came here dressed in his EOD suit. He must have admitted to owning it. He must have told them of his old fucking mining days, god damn it!
Chapman once again, like, when D slips up, Chapman shoots his shot. It's very impressive. Like, Diaz is being very clever here, but he's still making mistakes. And that's very dangerous, especially in this situation, because if he's found out, arrested is one thing, the Camarilla knowing is another.
Because what you're telling me is that these people showed up, including at least one missing person, and then, with mines they supplied themselves, they had you, and especially your friend, a professional in the field, they had him dig up a minefield in your own front lawn. Could you confirm that as correct in your assessment?
Well,
What's he gonna do
get
here?
indignant. If I were telling the truth, I'd get angry. Look here, Steakhead!
Steakhead?
Take it?
I can't control what the truth is!
No, I understand that,
I'm sure
but...
it sounds ridiculous to you, but so did walruses until we had photos of them! For fuck's sake, man! Tusks on a manatee?
I am listening, sir. I am.
I
But
should hope you are!
Hold on, D. Hold on. First of all, Steakhead. What? I assume it's like an old insult.
Because if you don't believe me, I'll invoke my right to attorney!
which you're free to do. However,
Nothing! The facts are clear! They had a whole stash of weapons nearby! A fucking stash! It wasn't just mines! Once they found out about Door's background, they decided to store their arms there! It wasn't
Oh,
a
clever.
coincidence. It was some kind of sick, spontaneous whimsy on their part!
That's super clever. Okay.
I waited for the response. A sharp repudiation, a resignation that a lawyer was necessary, or even becoming officially
A
arrested.
lawyer character in
And yet...
what would be interesting to play.
Oh, I see. That's rather disconcerting. Let me write that up.
He seemed to accept it. Could it be a tactic? Could he have accepted any story, no matter how ridiculous? No. I could see it in his eyes. His hands
There's no
sweaty,
way.
clammy, his eyes glazing over in his
Did he actually get away with it?
calculation. He wasn't just entertaining me. He was genuinely concerned.
Oh, he did.
Which could only mean one thing.
Dang, okay.
I'll make sure that gets to the relevant authorities.
This wasn't any normal cop. He was certainly a Camarilla agent.
He could be. He doesn't necessarily have to be. If he is, he's a ghoul. The question is, who's ghoul? Because obviously, like, while any given prince in the Camarilla will have a bunch of ghouls, you know, doing their dirty work around the place, just because it's useful. For all we know, who knows? Maybe he actually is an anarch ghoul, or maybe he's not a ghoul at all.
I'm sorry.
I doubt he's a vampire. Sure.
Within his skull, I could already hear the gears turning. Does he think this is a new stage in the Sabbat Crusade? Perhaps he's thinking we're good. If the Sabbat Armory had moved in so close, he'd need to alert his masters. All right. Apologies for my temper flaring.
What? Oh, it's quite alright. Tense situation. Weird situation.
Chapman is very distracted
Really
here.
is weird.
Interestingly.
Why commandeer a random house? I guess it's like they say. You never expect the level of criminality that goes entirely unaccounted for outside of cities. But it's fine. Oh well, not really, but...
Was there...
Dean is playing the
anything
role
else?
very good here.
Did you happen to overhear anything?
Oh, yes.
I think one of the entertaining things about this is that both Dee and Chapman are very clearly, well, they're not perfect, they're both clearly being smart. And I think that's one of the things that makes it a really compelling watch so far. Because, yeah, that, like, there's definitely still a chance that Chapman catches D, or that D gets away with it. And I think that's really interesting. It's fun to see characters be smart. It's one of the things that I like about shows like The Expanse, for example.
Yes, there is something. That man, the one with the drawl.
The American?
Yes, him. I heard him mention there was a dispute with some rival gang. Like an anarchist gang? That should hit the spot.
Did they say anything about that gang?
They would most likely be luring them to our house. Hence, you know, the minefield. And we just did it, of course, hoping we'd be spared.
That's a clever way of
Just
playing
before
the
dawn,
minefield.
more bikers showed up and they just drove off with them. After that, the alarm finally went off and called the police. But, I don't know. Perhaps they were expecting that.
Don't worry about that, sir. We'll take it from here.
Thank
Definitely a clever
That's
story.
a load off my shoulders.
I'm sure. Just a few more questions, if you don't mind.
Go right ahead. I love talking to cops.
Right, so... We
Okay.
wanted to ask about the car in the carport.
The car?
Yes.
Oh, the one that got
Do you know
thrown?
what happened to it?
I do not.
Okay.
A good
that's
question, actually.
fine. Do you know anything about the pit in front of the car at the carport?
What? Pit? Who's been
Oh
digging
yeah,
pits
D was
without me?
unconscious
Must
by
have been
then.
Piotr doing somehow. Or was Cracker skulking around the property again? Could you tell me what happened to the car? I've not seen or heard anything.
Well, it looks like it had somehow been driven into the carport entrance, the one into the house, that is. But it's flipped horizontally with the car door leading into the house, if you can visualize it.
I can.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I imagine D's kind of like, huh?
Almost looks like it's been thrown or something.
It's a very specific word to use.
Yeah, it's weird.
Is he?
And then there's that pit, which is exactly outside the car. Do you know if any of you dug that?
What the fuck is this now? Like it's been thrown or something? I assume Piotr threw my son-in-law's runabout. That would be a given to anyone even vaguely familiar with vampire society.
Yeah, that does make
Why
sense.
would he give me this? Why would he tell me it looks like it was thrown? Is he being coy? Does he already know I'm in the know? Or did someone else say it? It can't be that one of the others actually said that it was thrown, or that it looks like it was thrown.
Yeah, I would doubt that very much.
Is he checking for masquerade breaches?
Maybe,
Or
boy?
does he just say it like that because he genuinely thinks it looks like it was thrown?
Like, boy might have been like, you know, might have said the wrong thing and then corrected himself, or... Honestly, I could see Kitten, like, slipping up in theory, but he's also pretty clever, so probably not.
Is he genuinely looking for answers? Why would he say it like that if he was? Why would he say it like that if he wasn't? That would be a dead giveaway. Is he not Camarilla after all? Oh, what the fuck? I'm second-guessing myself.
He might not be.
Not sure if any one of us
Not
dug
sure,
that pit.
honestly.
I honestly have no clue. This could have happened whilst I was burying mines. Or it could have happened when I was unconscious.
Could you tell me a bit about how that happened?
This should be easier. There cannot be many contradictions in our testimonies. And after this, I'm out. It's up to everyone else past this point. I can count on Marcus saying that he didn't jump out the window. And the other three certainly would know this. Sure, so... The red-headed one, Marcus. He was let go out the window from the second floor. When he landed, he sprained both his legs. Absolutely horrid. I hate gravity. Oh, and then
But
they
you're
shot me
saying
with
they
the gun
threw-
because that was only a natural part of their MO as fuckers.
Okay.
That's awful.
Yes. Then, of course, I was next. I was let go, and I fell onto the rocky barrow next to a house, and that's how I got this brand new Campbell jawline.
Cool, I love Evil Dead.
He admits it! He loves the Evil Dead! The Evil Dead vampire! It's just a movie film. Yeah, I love a movie!
Yeah, I absolutely agree.
I love a movie!
But, sorry, I didn't mean to derail the conversation.
What was that? Hold on.
Yeah, I love a movie!
Yeah, I absolutely agree.
So he's a ghoul. I'm pretty sure he's a ghoul. Yeah, I'm just gonna say he's a ghoul.
Sorry, I didn't mean to derail the conversation. So, anyway, Marcus was shot in the legs.
Okay.
How were you dragged out the window? Did anyone in particular drag you?
Yeah, well, he, wait. Dragged?
Oh yeah, that is a very specific word.
I did not say I was dragged out. Sorry, fuck. By dragged out? Does he mean dragged to the window and thrown out? Or does he mean grabbed by a hand and dragged outside? Oh god, this is too specific to be a coincidence. Who? Who said I was dragged out the window? Door would be more simple in his approach. Marcus would not be that specific.
Maybe boy, again.
Dear son-in-law knows not to mention something like that. Boy, no! Boy
Yeah,
chose the wrong
that makes
word.
sense.
Yeah, so it was one of the bikers.
But the throne and
I just
being
kind of
dragged.
fell out and landed down on a stone, so...
Absolutely. But how did you exit the window?
Oh, what the fuck is this? This is some serious probing.
This is also very common in police interrogations, where they will try to ask more and more specific questions to see if they can catch you in a lie.
What should I say? If I even approach the truth, that would sound ridiculous enough to be seen as a serious indictment towards my legitimacy.
Very true.
Worse, it could be seen as a masquerade breach. Boy's innocent blunder might be enough to warrant our destruction. Damn my beautiful, sweet, and precious perfect grandchild! Damn him! Right, so...
I love that he's like, my precious sweet grandchild, damn you to hell!
It's quite a
Very
horrifying
fun.
moment. It's not going to went by very fast.
Very fun indeed.
As Marcus was thrown out the window, he actually grabbed onto me midair and... He's a big lad, and so I tried to stop his fall, gripping at the windowsill. But when the rest of those thugs lifted my legs and pushed me out, we both fell, and I smashed my jaw in.
Okay.
Right.
That's a clever way of putting
Was
it.
that enough?
But
So, just to clear this up, you were upstairs at this stage. Marcus was thrown out the window by the thugs, and then you, approaching the window and standing by it, was grabbed by Marcus. You were dragged out by him and fell down too, with the thugs helping by destabilizing you.
right.
Could you confirm?
That does sound plausible, and it's kind of half true, because Marcus did fall out, and then obviously he did stand by the window and got dragged out, but not by Marcus. So it's close enough to the truth that it feels
Shit.
very
Did
plausible.
anyone else bring up the time it took between Marcus falling and me falling? Did anyone say it took a few minutes before I too was thrown out? If anyone has, it's a contradiction clear as day. Damn it. Fuck. I cannot correct this.
Could you?
Yes, that is correct.
Alright. And just to clarify, how many of the thugs helped force you out the window?
I don't know.
And do you know what happened immediately
I mean,
after
clever
that
to
at
say,
all?
I don't know.
I do not.
Okay, let me write this up real quick.
What?
It's good that he's not giving
Why?
me
Why isn't he bringing up the time? Could have nailed me right there. If he asked how much time it took between us falling, anything of the sort, a clear
That is
contradiction
true.
would immediately become apparent. That's what he wants, isn't it? Unless... Marcus! 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 He said the same exact thing I did! He covered it up just like I did. He did it! He strengthened our testimony yet again. He reinforced it with alloys as strong as his massive shoulders and flowing radiant hair. Oh, I love that boy.
Say it to Marcus sometime, D. Like, this kind of shows, like, D does really adore Marcus in a lot of ways. He doesn't show it as far as I can tell. And he should. He really should.
You seem like you're in a good mood.
What? Oh, no.
Something on your mind, Gov?
Oh, no, I was just thinking of how thankful I am that everyone survived. You know, after I was knocked out, the last thought I had was of inextricable horror.
I think this is just true.
But also a pure, unflinching trust. It was like a force. I knew the others would make it. I knew they would get us out of that mess, even without me. And
this makes me think he's a faithful, by the way, a faithful hunter. Like the archetype, because, like, especially the line, it was like a force.
It was like a force.
This line. There's something very true about that in the World of Darkness. If you believe enough, then it'll come true. So, possible, very possible, that he's actually faithful. Maybe he just, like, believes in humanity really hard, which, yeah, absolutely feasible.
I knew the others would make it. I knew they would get us out of that mess, even without me. And they did.
Wow. I'm sure you helped in your own little way. So, could you tell me what happened in the cellar?
Fuck! They searched the house! I dearly hoped they wouldn't have. What do I do here? This is the most damning part yet.
I guess you could
What have the others said here? There are 2 corpses down there. It's covered in blood. There are cameras and cages. It looks like a literal murder dungeon. Marcus does, at the very least, not record anything for posterity. But the cellar? I wasn't aware they went down there.
Okay. So, you didn't see or hear anything from down there?
I don't think so, no.
You didn't watch the live feed on the computer?
The live feed? You mean with the camera they have down there?
Where's this
So
going?
you know there is a camera down there?
Yes, it's Marcus's...
Wait.
Yes?
Fun done.
Could you elaborate?
I wasn't sure where that was going, so I was kind of letting it play out for a little bit. Not where I expected it to go, but all right, let's see.
Do I have to?
I'm sorry, there is a reason why we need you to elaborate on this.
Look, this is too much for me. It's his fucked up sex cellar, okay? He thinks I don't know about it. I know about it, and I hate it. It makes me want to vomit and die. It's this thing he and his partner got started up, and, you know, that's their prerogative. I support their relationship totally, but the things I've seen down there.
What kind of things?
Rodeo cowboys.
What?
Several clowns.
Small
Small plastic army men! By God!
No, not Warhammer 40k!
I can't believe what the reaction was.
They were playing 40k in the basement. The true evil.
Okay. Sorry, writing that down. Could you explain what else exactly is down there?
Well, some specially built cages, a sign that says something about not screaming. I think there's a horsewhip serving double duty sometimes, but most of his stash is up in their room. You know, his figures.
Right.
The truest curse of being a father is simply knowing too much.
What?
Like how much he spent on those miniatures.
that-
Goodness. You should
be
steal
bad.
them next time.
Do you know if the cages were used
That makes
for
more
anything
sense.
else?
Not as far as I know, no.
Right. Do you know two persons by the name of Richard Porter and Dave McGlow?
I do not.
Doesn't sound familiar.
Richard Porter and Dave McGlow. These
McGlow?
must be the names of Shitbeard and Ape Boy.
Which
They must have
is
found their
which
real
though?
identities. And so soon. Missing people for certain. Here's my chance. Actually, I think I do. Or one of them, at least.
And what's your relation to them?
Didn't that Dave McGlow guy disappear a few months ago? I think I read about it in a missing persons report. Why? Are they connected
There's a way
to
to
the
go.
case?
They were found.
Dean's being very clever here again because he asks a question to get more information out of the officer in order to basically be able to do more with it effectively.
Missing persons report. Why? Are they connected to the case?
They were found in the cellar.
What? Really? Were they part of the gang?
I
Are
suppose
they
that doesn't-
arrested?
We found them dead.
What? What? Like, they were killed? How?
We're still looking into it. But it looks like they died a time ago.
Makes me actually wonder, because like D does know about the Diablo Rising. Because the reason why I say that is because the surprise looked very genuine.
More than 5 years ago in the case of Richard Porter, Dave McGlow was badly mutilated. He was hard to ID.
Okay, so
What? They
Dave
just
was...
Put the corpses of some dead people down there?
We do not know the situation.
I think I made it. Shipbeard had the Hell's Fuckers logo emblazoned on his jacket.
Yeah,
If
I
they found the
think...
corpses, and they found the jacket, we will not take that as a coincidence. That
That is
corpse has
actually
been lying there
very
for
lucky.
5+ years, and the clothes he's wrapped up in are probably fresher than the corpse itself. When a vampire faces final death, their body rapidly degenerates to the state their corpse would have been at had they died the day of their embrace. To someone naive,
Very true.
Shitbeard looks like he's been dead for a long, long time. But his clothes, they're brand new in comparison. In addition, the blood, it will still be fresh. This will look like a setup.
Not just a setup, but just in general very weird, right? Because blood coagulates very quickly. Well, I actually don't know if Vitae does. Does Vitae coagulate quickly? I don't know. I'd have to look that up sometime.
We dig down mines in our own front lawn, store illegal firearms, and dress up corpses in our cellar.
I mean, to be fair, that is not the craziest thing I've ever heard. If you're like a bunch of crazies with guns out in the wilds, definitely not. Yeah, I mean, you could just be really dedicated preppers.
No matter how you cut it, there was a struggle in our home and it looks the part. They found us badly hurt, abused. We are far beyond innocent in the world of the mortal. And be he Camarilla.
Honestly, I think in real life you'd get an investigation into it. Like, obviously, if he is Camarilla, then this is going to be swept under the rug, but, you know.
Why, he'd already know what the corpses were. It would look exactly like it was. Infighting between support members. We should be in the clear.
All righty. So, I have a few more questions. Then we will
Okay,
conclude for
let's
today.
see.
You good with that?
We getting
We
out of
did
here.
it!
We still have a lot of time in the video, so...
Do you know how the mines were detonated?
I do not.
Right. Do you know where the thugs disappeared?
I truly have no clue.
Right. Could you describe the character of each of the thugs? You can start off with whichever one you like.
Oh, sure. Well, I remember one being quite skinny, black with stripy hair. We continued on with the interview for a brief moment longer, but it wasn't long until I had made it unscathed.
just gonna read what he says
On your
here.
line.
Oh, sure. Well, I remember.
I remember one being quite skinny, black stripy hair, didn't show a lot of his face. Had a bandana or something, said he had a cold nose, but in retrospect, it's obviously to keep himself anonymous. So that was Piotr then, probably. And it was this freaking weirdo with a wizard hat. Can you believe it, wearing a wizard hat?
Number one being quite skinny, black or stripy. We continued on with the interview for a brief moment longer, but it wasn't long until I had made it unscathed through the rest of the questions.
Something, Kevin.
Obvious to keep himself anonymous. And then there was this fucking weirdo with
okay.
a wizard hat. Can you believe it? Wearing a wizard hat. And you've not even declared registered sword.
Right, so, in conclusion, let me just clarify your story. You picked up a group of individuals in seeming duress. They turned out to be individuals with violent intent that forced the family to conduct dangerous activities, such as burying mines under the threat of death. You were assaulted in the process, and the individuals are still on free foot. You were not aware of the situation with the corpses, the car, the pit, nor the time of the mines detonating or the departure of the suspects. Would you confirm this as a fair summation?
Yes.
Very good.
Yeah, I mean, that all sounds
So,
good.
this interview is now concluded at the time of 1540 on the 1st of December 2006. If you look, can you confirm that for the recording?
The
Out
clock
of
speaks.
curiosity, so it's 1540, and when we started, it was... Let's find out. $14.34. Took me a bit to find it. I'll edit it out for you guys, don't worry. That is... So this is just a pure curiosity. It's about an hour. So that's kind of close to how much time it took to get to this point in the actual story. Not one-to-one, but, you know.
Yes.
All right, very good. Thank you very much for your time. You're now free to go.
Thank you very much, Detective.
Sorry, what was it?
Detective. I have had a time of it, just as you said.
Glad to hear it, Gov. Glad to hear it. And I pray that jaw of yours heals up right quick.
Oh, I'm sure it will.
Could have gone much worse, that. Must have been your guardian angel or something.
Well, if
So
you
very
believe in
specific
that
words
kind of
to use.
thing. I'm a bit of a skeptic, personally.
Oh, really?
Yes, I definitely don't believe in Bigfoot. I like ghosts and supernatural stuff and all that, but I don't know, how would that stuff even work? I feel like science would have caught on to there being just this... The
technocracy loves him.
And energy just kind of floating around old forests and manors by now. Bingo bongo.
Right, yeah, or in tunnels or whatever. You know.
Tunnels?
Oh, shit, but look at the time, it's off to the pub.
No fucking way.
I've got to go myself, it's
You
the
just
weekend,
slipped up
see?
big
No one has told him of the tunnels. I know no one has told him of the tunnels, right?
Does your great and mighty one need escorting out?
He is an agent. There's no doubt about it now. He knew about them all along. He screwed up.
You really did.
No, that won't be necessary.
Oh, that's good. I'm such a scatterbrain. I've got one final question, actually, but quite unrelated.
You doing a Columbo thing? Is this a Columbo reference? I feel like in Columbo that happens quite a bit. Like, I've got one more question.
Go right ahead.
Do you know a Caitlin Wetsworth?
Oh, related to Kevin.
Yes. My mother.
Your sister.
Fuck!
She's reported you as missing multiple times, but you've been reported as accounted for on our end. You even said that you were out travelling, weren't you? But she's kept up with the reports. maybe you should look into that.
Damnation! Letting a loose end fall like that, so close to the end. I made a mistake. No. Big D doesn't make mistakes. Big D can't be defeated. Not by some low-down country detective. Not by all the vampires in the world.
Really quickly, before we move on, I just want to point something out that I just noticed. I think the camera sign gets bigger as D becomes more suspicious, because... yeah, like if we go back, for example, over here, it's completely gone. When we were talking about the miniatures. Alright.
No. Big D doesn't make mistakes. Big D can't be defeated. Not by some low-down country detective.
How is he going to get out of this one?
All the vampires in the world. Detective.
Yeah?
It's been a while, hasn't it? Since last you had your fill. Have no fear, detective. You've passed.
Passed?
You followed the first tradition without flaw. The Regent of Great Yarmouth.
Ooh, okay.
Come to the house for your next assignment. You are expecting.
What?
Oh, and don't be so gauche as to mention this to the others. It simply won't do.
But what should my report say?
Report nothing out of the ordinary. Ensure this is buried as quickly and quietly as possible. I will show myself.
Well, well, well.
Excellent work.
Yes, Master. Thank you, Master.
Wow, well
I
played.
stuffed it out in the most immodest way I possibly could to shed any doubt that I was mortal before that poor little detective. And so our police adventure had come to a close, and we were not indicted.
What I'm wondering now is, so he told Chapman to come over to the house. Are they gonna try and ghoul Chapman? Or are they going to try to, like, maybe free him from the ghouling? That would be kind of cool. Or just, you know, keep him in the basement.
Neither by the law, nor by the Camarilla.
Okay, it was Kevin.
Likes of which I have not felt since I last rode an actual roller coaster.
Words, and the words are truth, Kevin.
You should have murked that guy, though.
Murked?
Rubbed out. Made past tense.
How forward?
You should have killed him.
Now that, obviously, I had considered. But you know how cops get. You ice one corrupt police chief, all of a sudden, oh, you have to leave the country now.
Which country did this happen?
That's not the point, and Bangladesh.
Bangladesh?
Just one question.
Just one?
I have many. But I'm focusing on the cop thing. You never explained why you used my name during the interrogation.
That is actually a good question.
I
Yeah.
just needed an unused identity in the area. I already had your license, so I felt it worked.
That
Fair
makes
enough, I
zero
guess.
sense.
Well, it's also so I can help you sell your apartment. I'm you now.
Really? You would do that?
For sure.
But what of Smurples?
Well,
Do not sigh. He is a burden to no one.
we'll take him in. A boy has always wanted a familiar of sorts. An excellent reward for capping Piotr.
Oh. Has he
Giving boy a
taken care
cat
of
seems
pets
actually kind of
before?
nice.
He hasn't, but he's a clever lad. I'm sure he'll manage.
I'll write a list of his every want and need. You will not have to think about anything. Will everyone else be nice to him, though? I don't want to leave him in the hands of a lone child with gun interests.
I'll be frank, Kevin. I do not like cats.
That confirms it.
D, how could you? Truly, the most evil of all the characters doesn't like cats. Yeah, and clearly D is a demon, like, actually. Like, he's just straight up an actual demon.
You are a demon. Just just as I figured.
But just for you,
Would be quite
I
a
will
plot
be
twist.
injecting toxoplasmosis into my brainstem later today to ensure I do not kick him into a chimney.
Good. Because if you so much as pull his tail, I will enter your house and explode.
Kevin just like walks into the house. Do-do-do-do-do.
That take days to rinse up.
A follow-up question, though. Isn't using my name in this manner incredibly fucking irrational? Won't it give up your cover?
Not necessarily.
Kevin, you might be able to fool your packmates, but me? You weren't known as Kevin, nor Kevin Wetsworth when you were with the Camarilla, were
Yeah.
you?
How would you know
I
this?
tend to give them a
I know
new
more
name
of
from
your
what I
old
remember.
master than you know yourself. I know that after death, you were stripped of your old name, burned away, and given a new one. An alias defined by the Regent
go.
herself to meld you into a new existence. As far as the Camarilla is concerned, you have no name past the one they gave you. Kevin Wetsworth is a dead memory. But that is a corpse you never buried. You did
I will say that is relying on the Camarilla not looking into records or anything like that. Which is risky, but
not fully let go of your old name, as we know, and you readopted it as soon as you gained standing within the Sabbat. Isn't that right?
No! I am not telling you my shitty Camarilla roleplay
You
name.
need to! It is integral to our survival!
Kevin, we have to laugh. Kevin. Kevin, we need the lab. We need the lab rooms. Kevin! Kevin!
Well, you can either tell me that, or you can tell me what your hellfucker's packmates called you before you gained enough respect to be called Kevin. You had a name like Ape Boy or Shitbeard too, didn't you?
You present me with a two-pronged road. One leads to hell, and the other also leads to hell.
Choose wisely.
But meaty fool that you are, you do not realize that I can simply walk off the fucking road.
Give me names!
It's Herbertus, innit?
Okay, so first of all, hi Chapman. Second of all, I love them back and forth between Kevin and D. It is so fun. I guess Kevin and Kevin. Kevin and Herbertus. Oh my god.
What in the weed?
Oh, yeah, the cup is here now, by the way. Oh, so Herbertus?
Dare you invoke my worst name in front of fucking DD?
It's literally the only name I know you by.
How do you know it? And what the fuck are you doing here and who are you?
All good
I
questions.
was invited here. I'm Detective Sergeant Guy Chapman. I'm also a ghoul of the Lady Regent.
Okay.
I know you from the
Wait,
country.
the Lady
Or,
Regent?
Well, haven't seen you in a years.
Do we know the Lady Regent's generation? I think we do, right? I think Kevin mentioned it before. He might be quite powerful, considered.
Maybe? I just know you were the Chantry's stockbroker or something.
Accountant! I curse you! I curse you with balls fall off disease! I give you lupus, not the werewolf one. You just have a wasting disease.
No, Kevin!
I turn you into a werewolf!
Man! He's here for his new assignment.
Yeah, so, as I said,
wonder if
I'm a
mages could
ghoul.
technically
I'm one of the
become
two
werewolves.
regulars at the constabulary
Like-
in Wells, Texas, but
And with werewolves, I mean specifically Garou. Like, could a mage technically become a Garou? Somehow, like through their reality-altering shenanigans. I don't know. I should look that up sometime. That sounds kind of interesting.
it's a bit far to Great Yarmouth, and the bond between me and the Regent hasn't been renewed in, 8 months?
That is a while.
I'm honestly not too picky anymore. I just want it renewed.
Never trust a traitor, not even one you create. Except for me, trust me in all circumstances.
I'll be honest, Herbie. I want your blood.
What? What? You want to be blood-bought?
I'll be real, Herbie. I want your blood.
Bonded by me?
You know, I know that Tremere can blood bond at this point in the story, but in Vampire 5th edition, Tremere can't blood can't bloodbind anymore. I don't know if it's only vampires that they can't bloodbind, or if they also can't bloodbind humans. I need to look that up.
Herbie, I'm dying. Herbie, I've been experiencing painful withdrawals for a long time now, and I know you're one of hers, so it should fix me up just fine.
No! No, I get sippy, not vice versa.
Isn't it about a year
You
you have to be...
fool! You are so lost in your sauce you don't know what you do!
Nonsense. I love being bloodbound.
That is the point! D, this is a wicked and vile thing.
It
you
is.
Nothing of
It is quite dark if you think about it. I mean, D kind of comes across like he should be a bit of a paragon. I feel like I'm being very critical of D, sorry. But he's a very interesting character. D comes across as like, I should be a paragon kind of character. But he's not. He's very much not. And I find that really interesting.
the sword.
You say this, ignorant of the horrors of the blood bond. I have killed many in the Sabbat, but this is one line I shall not
Admittedly,
cross.
Herbie, please.
I
Kevin
don't care
did
what
hate
silly
being
name you
broken
use. I will
down.
never ghoul you.
Herbie, I have killed 6 men in service to the Regent. 2 of them with my teeth. I recently injected contraband heroin into my system just to simulate the thrill of vampire blood. It didn't even compare.
You being
God.
freaky will not convince me.
It does drag down.
Stan, I am a freak. I will kill again, and I will literally blow up the constabulary for even the smallest possible pint of Vitae. If you don't give me what I want, I might just try to take it. And if I try to take it, you'll both probably kill me.
That's
So
true.
you'll have my blood on your hands. And quite frankly, I'm so desperate for a fix, I don't really give a fuck.
Oh my god. Chapman is very freaky. My goodness. Guys think he's a bottom or a top? No, but like, I do find that very interesting because, yeah, I think it's about a year and then you're free of the blood bond, right? So 4 months to go. That's doable. That's very doable.
Why? Why would you want to do anything of the sort when you're so close to being able to just sever it?
Because I'm a hopeless addict and I like being a ghoul.
You like being
It's
a ghoul.
a nice deal. I can lift my kids above my shoulders no matter how old they get.
I mean, fair enough,
I'm going to still be
actually.
doing it when they're 30, is my goal. I just need to get a better master. That's all.
This makes me wonder about something. Are there any, like, ghoul wizards? Like, any mages that... Like, imagine you're, like, a sleeper, you are ghouled, and then you ascend. You're still ghouled, right? How would that work? I imagine a vampire would be very happy about that, but... Interesting.
You have kids? That is fucking terrible. Let me spell it out for you. Blood bonds are slavery. Slavery.
In this case, it's more like indentured servitude.
Okay, wow, how marginally better is that?
Well, I'm already a public servant, so I guess I'm just used to it.
Kevin,
Oh my god, Chapman is great. He might be my favorite character so far.
this man is offering his services to us. His loyalty lies with the highest bidder, and you are a far better source of vitae than that hateful regent.
It's immoral.
You are in the Sabbat.
Yeah, that is a good point.
I have lines I do not cross that I drew with my own free will, you fucking river troll.
If you don't ghoul him, he will slink back to the regent. The regent will inform the prince of our activities, and we will all be blood hunted.
Or he can get
Correct.
over his own sick addiction.
Over your dead body.
Man, what a weirdo you are.
If we ghoul him, which we are doing consensually, I might add, we could easily...
I don't care. It's gross.
It's not that bad once you do it a couple of times. Besides, you
my
drink
goodness.
blood too, don't you? You get it.
I only drink blood because I have to. You inject blood like it's crack.
You don't inject.
You don't inject crack.
Fucking office
You
worker.
can! You totally can! You've never unlived in Yarmouth. You don't understand.
He's got a
Yarmouth
point.
just is a special
Listen.
special case
With the
apparently.
detective on our side, we will have a pawn within the Norfolk police force. Do you know how valuable that is? With his help, we could creep closer to the machinations of the Camarilla than we ever could otherwise.
I also make some mean jellied eels.
We must have him!
I do not eat!
But, Kevin! Think of our future! With his help, we could further our goals. In your new redemptionist cause, you could use this to set free the worthy of your kind before the new moon comes.
I do love how D being silly is honestly pretty peak, and it is nice to see him be very smart, not just in like, you know, evading the interrogation and everything, but also just convincing Kevin. Like this is a convincing argument.
Wow. Are you guys like a cult or something?
Probably.
We are entirely secular in our orthodoxy, let me assure you.
Wow, neat.
Come now, Kevin. I won't force you.
He just does not
I know
care.
it's a difficult decision.
Fine. Just hand me the nicest knife you have and I will stab my wrist open.
Fantastic! Let's use this. No, wait, this one's poison.
Oh, that's the poison knife from earlier.
Oh, enchanted death magics. Oh, I have some restored Iron Age cutlery lying around here somewhere.
Why do you have
Silly
iron?
shit. I've seen enough Boudica roleplay to last for a lifetime at the Regent's Chantry. Did you know she loves
see,
talking about how unshaven her vagina is? I mean, good lord!
Of course.
You know, Boudica roleplay. What if it is Boudica? It's definitely possible. I mean, there are plenty of other vampires from that period. That would be interesting for sure. Watch crackers be digging for Iceni treasure. That would track. I mean, the Iceni are a very interesting tribe, by the way. And I oh my god, I want to go on a historical tangent. But basically, they were the big opponent to Rome in well, in the period, in Britain specifically. Also, interestingly, in Vampire the Masquerade, as far as I know, the Roman Empire was very pro-vampire, pro-Camarilla even, I think. I need to double-check that, but I think that's correct. Which makes me wonder, if the regent is Iceni, how did that work out? Is she a traitor to her tribe? Maybe.
Of course. You're lucky I happen to have this gladius flying around, or you'd be shit
speaking
out
of
of luck.
Good. Give. Thank you.
Oh, also, I forgot. Your pack is dead. I told you that, right?
Yep.
How are you feeling about that?
The vinculum's making me want to stab you 40 times, but it also feels like I've dumped my way out of a psychopathic
28 stab wounds!
so I'm feeling like hitting the town and injecting some crack.
Very sexy, Kevin.
You know, they were all bastards. But I liked those bastards.
Aww.
Almost as much as I hated those bastards.
Would you like to take a moment?
No, I'd really like to not dwell on it at all, in fact. Makes
Fair
me
enough,
almost glad to
Winston.
see Officer Bumfuck here.
Chapman.
No!
And what of your, sister?
I'll look into it.
Very good.
Right, so I've got a question. I thought you were Kevin.
No, I am Big D.
So you were just lying?
Well, yeah.
Oh, wow. Damn.
Yeah.
What else did you lie about?
What? Well, the people we found were actually vampires. We actually took them hostage, and we actually planted those mines. We owned them, and I fell out of the window on purpose because I was here.
Hello, I am hostage number 4.
Blimey. That kinda sucks. I'm a terrible detective.
Oh, come on, you did just fine. Besides, you're a degenerate ghoul whose brain is polluted with vampire sludge. Of course you couldn't best my indomitable intellect.
You calling someone
Oh,
a
my.
degenerate is
Pray
very...
your next words.
Yeah, indeed.
Okay, consider this. Fuck you.
Honestly, I mostly thought it odd how you turned from the small, bleak British man on your license into a giant Middle Eastern meat slab. It read like an online ad and it distracted me from the whole interview.
Yeah, just
Mostly it would
insult your
distract
new
me as
master.
well.
That's a surefire way to get yourself not eaten.
Oh, I'm sure we will get along just fine.
I really like Kevin's way of speaking. It's very fun.
Let us go ride the miniature steam locomotive.
Off to the locomotive!
But I need to be heading home to the kids soon, so maybe we should do the ghouling thing first.
Yeah, well, I need to get home to my horse, and you don't see me stressing out about it.
I want
Oh.
to ride the funny little train.
But blood.
We can drink blood on the train. Come on, let us go.
Oh, well, bring me crazy straw. Wait, did you even check if it was open?
We will commandeer it. Come on, let's go. Go, 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 go.
Are we even?
Shut up. Go, 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 go. Storm them. Charge.
Fun. Very fun. We have a little section after the credits, which I will skip over.
And good evening.
Let's take a look-see.
Well, now that you boys, you were running away from their scary kid grandmother. Yeah, they were running all right, and she was running after them with a big fucking knife, boy. Yeah, she was running after them with a knife. And yeah, they ran into a forest and they fell off a cliff, you see. And behind them, as they looked up, they saw grandmother. She dropped her knife and she picked her up a crossbow, baby. Her big fucking fat crossbow. And she ran down and she killed one of the brothers. Now there was only one left, and he was
What am I watching right now? Is that like foreshadowing? Interesting. Well, with that... Alright, folks. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. I had a good time with this one. There's a lot of thoughts here. So, I'm really excited to see more of Chapman. I think Chapman might be my new favorite character. I'm looking forward to more Kevin. Kevin is very fun. I think, if I remember correctly, he's very popular, and I understand why. Other than that, Big D is kind of finally getting to show off his strengths a little bit, which is really nice to see. It's nice to see him be a bit more competent, rather than just focused on being like kind of like a silly, haha kind of character. Yeah, I'm actually very happy with this episode. I think the interrogation was fantastic. And yeah, I think that's going to be it for today. Thank you guys very much for watching. I will be back next week, of course. And of course, on top of that, there's streams every single weekday. Feel free to check those out over on Twitch as well. Right, folks? Have a lovely rest of your day. Hope to see you all in the next one. Bye-bye!